Hi guys, welcome to Experience Design. Today we're going to be talking about how to create realistic task scenarios when doing usability testing. So we're going to look at how to use data analytics tool to understand where users coming from, and also going to look at the channels, where the customers are coming from in a bit detail, and then also the questions, which channel are you going to use that you think are relevant to your solutions. And then the other key thing to bear in mind is to make sure that you use simple language that users understand. The scenarios should be realistic and relatable, and also like the choice of words that you use, should not give a hint about how to perform the task, right? So you must try to keep the task, your screens to be as secretive as possible, in terms of the words that they use, that are used, etc. So let me just jump straight into it, right? So here I've got similarweb.com. You can go online, and quickly set up yourself for an account. I'm using a very basic account. I'm not even paying for it. So in this example, I'm going to choose Sanlam. And so basically here we can get some information about Sanlam, how they're performing, etc. Right? So at a very high level, you can see the amount of users, 2 million that are coming to their website, and you can see how they are getting to their how they are getting to their website, directly. That means they go and type sanlam.co.za, and some they're clicking on an email that's sent to them, and they click there, they go to the website. And some, they're coming from social media, and some they just go to Google and they will type, something related to Sanlam. So that's, as you can see, right, these are like the key channels that they are using, and there's like a breakdown of each channel, and you can see where the majority of the customers are coming from. So these are the scenarios that you can consider when you are drafting your task scenarios. So basically, when you begin your user testing, you can just say, imagine that you've received an email from Sanlam to remind you about, submitting X and so forth, right? And then from there, you can continue, but at least you've given them, clear context. That's what that really means. And if I go back to the marketing channels, right, I've already talked about them, the organic search, the direct email, etc. Right. So how do you choose the channels that are relevant to your solution? And the question really is, if you're to go back, based on the designs that you want to test, where do you think are your customers likely to come from? Other channels could be TV. Maybe someone is just watching TV in their lounge and they see an advert about a Sanlam product. Maybe they go online and they search for it from Google, and then from there they go directly to a specific page on your website. That's how you can really, phrase the scenario. And let's talk about using simple, clear language that users understand, right? So again, these guys, they're not designers. As a designer, you need to make sure that you stay away from this like technical financial language, the words that we use, etc. Right? And also try to simplify, the scenario so that a person understands what you're talking about. And you need to make the scenario to be relatable to them. That means you need to mention a scenario that is likely to happen. And you know an example could be, hey, it is during tax season, right? People know, okay, during tax season, they know that they need to do certain things, right? They need to submit documents to SARS, they need to claim for tax and so forth, right? And so about choosing choice of words wisely so you don't give them a hint. Basically what that means is that on your design, if you've got like keywords, like let's say maybe a tax certificate, etc. Right? If you are asking someone to perform a task and they will see, let's say in your question, you've got the same words that you have all your designs. It's likely that you can you're gonna lead them and not get the necessary results that you want, because you want to give them a scenario so that they're able to translate it and see and actually observe them, how they perceive the experience. And if they can link the scenario with your design, and they can figure out how to do stuff on their own, that means that the design is decent. Yeah, cool guys, that was it from me. Yeah, basically I'll be like uploading more videos just to help people who are interested, to learn about design in general. And yeah, I'll share as much as I can. And also, if you've got questions, you can just drop them in the comment section, hit a like and follow to get notification about the next video. Cheers.